Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing good out there. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about some Salomon boots and other options out there. Alright, please forgive me for the shakiness on the camera today. My camera stand literally just broke before trying to do this video, so yeah, you're just going to have a little bit of shakiness here for a little bit. But anyways, today I really want to give my opinions about this Quest 4D Forces 2 boots by Salomon. All right, so these boots are their earth brown option. I did not like their lighter tan type option that they had out there. Um, I'm just not a fan of like light colored boots, and especially ones that can get dirty and stained and stuff easily. So, um, so let's talk about the Forces lineup with Salomon's. They have a few different ones. If you're not aware of Salomon, they're a great hiking boot company. I think they're out of France as far as like the main company. Now where these boots are made is completely different, but anyways, so they've been known for like hiking type boots, and the military has been using them for quite some time. Even earlier on in GWAT, they're using their civilian lineup, but then I guess military and Salomon's got together and create a forces line that is a little bit more tailored to the military. All right, so of course you can see a civilian version of these boots. All right, I got these probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and I think these may be like, I don't know, a Quest GTX or something. Forgive me if I'm wrong with that, but GTX, when it comes to Salomon's, whenever you see the term GTX, they're known as the Gore-Tex versions. These are the non-Gore-Tex versions, and I did that for a reason. We'll go into that a little bit later on. But anyways, so let's discuss some of the differences. All right, now not just coloration, even though these were pretty cool coloration as far as it being civilian boots, but they would still have like a bigger white line, or white lettering and stuff like that. That's probably just not all that conducive for a good military boot. And also these, here we go, these eyelets, they have open-ended eyelets, which is not great when it comes to rope climbing or rappelling down a rope. As you can see in the Forces line, these eyelets are enclosed. All right, so you don't have to worry about tearing up a rope or snagging up on a rope as much. Not that I do much rope climbing these days, but there you go, there's that. So I like the Quest 4D Forces versus some of the other offerings that they have in the Forces line. They have one that's a little bit cut down, but then they have that weird like thin wire stuff. It's like that quick pull tightening thing that Salomon does, and to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of that. If it wasn't for that, I would have probably leaned towards those a little bit more, but yeah, like I said, I'm just not a fan of the really thin shoestring thing, or like wire string. Not that I ever heard of them breaking or anything like that. I don't know, I just like the thicker shoelaces, and personally, I think it would feel better having a thicker material kind of press against the ton and everything here, versus a thinner string. All right, so I've been wearing these things for just shy of a month, but I have been doing some road marches in them, been wearing them around work, just breaking them in. These did require a break-in period of about a week, versus some of the other smaller civilian lineup of the Salomons, which required zero break-in. But after I broke these in, these things are really comfortable. These things are really meant to be wore around, I would say, just like, I don't know, regular off-road hilly type of areas. All right. These things do have their limits, just like any boots. Any type of footwear does have a specific designation where it's used best in. All right, so these are not the GTX or Gore-Tex lined ones, and that is good because these things are already warm, to be quite honest with you. And I wish that Salomon did put some type of smaller, like little ventilation hole or something to kind of let that hot air out. And another thing too, if you get these boots wet, the only way to dry them out really is to just you know, take them off and let them dry out. Of course, you know, these are not jungle boots. That's not what they're made to be. Actually, Salomon does have a set of jungle boots that they make. Look interesting, but to be honest, that's just not what I was looking for right now. So yeah, jungle operations or a lot of wetlands may not be the best, but when it comes to, I don't know, hilly, rocky terrain, let's say, I don't know, maybe something like mountains, Afghanistan, stuff like that, you know, these would probably be a really good option in a lot of those types of environments. All right. So like I said, you can do ruck marches in these, and they work quite well with me, especially with some road marching socks. Was it? I'm trying to remember the Omni Wool. I think that's what they're called. Omni Wool socks. They're lighter and they're medium thickness socks. Work great with these. Let's talk about fitment real quick. All right, so for myself, I'm about a size 9 in footwear when it comes to like running shoes. Now, when it comes to like most boots, I'm about a 9.5. All right, and that's why I got in these, a 9.5, and they fit really well. Now, if you want a pair of boots for the winter time, you know, let's say you wanted like the GTX version of these, and you want like a good wintertime boot, I would probably move up even half a size more. So for me, if I wear 9 in running shoes, wear 9.5 in like these types of boots, then I would probably go with the size 10 if I wanted to wear thicker wool socks and have a good wintertime boot, so I get a little of that space and breathability. Remember, with wintertime boots, you don't want to be pressed up right against the boot. You want a little bit of space. All right, get that nice warm air pocket. All right, that's how wintertime boots work. Anyways, with these, they do not come in a wide that I know of, and so if you have wide feet, Salomon may or may not be the brand for you, probably leaning on the not. Now, if you have regular feet or maybe even more narrow feet, then Salomon are great. And of course, you know, if you have regular feet and it's just a little bit snug around the sides, they will expand out a little bit more when you break them in. So let's take a look at the underneath side. It has really good traction, and it does have some stuff around the arch area there for rope climbing. Like I said, I don't do a lot of rope climbing nowadays, but there you go. I like the lug pattern on these because they won't pick up too much mud, you know, unlike some that just picks up globs of it, but yet this provides a lot of good traction. And so there you go. Like I said, these are not meant for I mean, you can wear them on asphalt, but these are not like your typical, hey, I'm going to do, you know, 12-mile ruck marches every week on hard asphalt. Like, these are made for going, you know, up and down hills and everything like that. These are a little bit on the heavier side, but with that being said, they will keep your ankles protected, all right? You're not going to have a rollover with your ankle with these, okay? Like, I was on a walking path the other day, you know, not really paying attention to what I was doing, and started falling off the path just a little bit. And if I had like a lower cut boot or a boot that wasn't, I don't know, I guess reinforced with so much material on the sides, I could have easily twisted my ankle versus these. Nope, they kept my ankle good to go. There's plenty of protection with this hard toe cap around the front and then around the back, so you are not going to have any issues with it whatsoever. And they have that same harder type rubbery material, and has a little bit of texture right here. I heard that's also for, you know, assist with rope climbing and descending down ropes. So there you go. Like I said, haven't tested the rope thing, but sounds legit, looks legit. Why not? All right, so let's talk about coloration a little bit. These come in 3 colors, I think black, of course this earth brown, which is a darker brown, and then that lighter brown. Now, these right here, these are some 511s. All right, these are the, what is it, AT mid, and these are dark coyote. So the other offerings that are coloration that this boot comes in, their offering is a little bit lighter than this, which I don't really like. I wish I had the same dark coyote coloration as the 511s, but I don't know, I guess, and the reason I'm bringing up coloration is because on the website and maybe even on this video, the lighting can kind of play tricks to, you know, what actual color the boots actually are. But if you really want a good color match, like I said, this is the earth brown version. Here's a pair of OCPs, and to be honest with you, the dark spot, the really dark brown in OCPs, they're about the same coloration as this earth brown. All right. Now, since mentioned the 511 mid, might as well talk about them. They're great if you're just going out to the range or something like that, you know, maybe walking a little bit in around town. But there are a few issues with these, because usually I'm a huge fan of 511 when it comes to their pants and their shirts and their belts. They have really good quality stuff that can last for years, but when it comes to their shoes, I think they're lacking. Now, these are pretty good for like warm weather days and all that, but the bottoms of these are very hard, so it's not a lot of good cushion, and it's almost so hard to where I don't know if it's like giving you anything or if it's kind of taken away from traction, if that makes any sense. The material here, it's thin, like I said, which is great for hot weather days, but there are people that are having issues with stuff starting to tear up around here where this end cap kind of meets this other thinner material. Like I said, other than that, they feel pretty nice, comfortable, they look really nice, but with that being said, 511, as far as their shoes go, they do not last all that long. They're kind of on the same par, I guess, as Under Armour in that aspect. You know, I'm not a fan of Under Armour shoes, Nike, you know, military shoes, or 511 as far as like long-term durability. Now, if you just want to wear for kicking around or maybe just go to the range or something like that, then these are really nice. But other than that, I would not dare to try to bring them on like a multi-day mission thing at all. It's just not going to happen. With these, I definitely would. So yeah, I'm trying to think about anything else that I have to say about these. Yeah, I'm glad I got the non-Gore-Tex version of them, because like I said, these things are already warm and there was just no way to vent the heat. But with that being said, they're great boots. Just make sure you get some nice good wool socks. And yeah, oh, let's see where all these are made. So the civilian version of these, I don't know, Quest 4 boots or whatever these ones were, made in China. Now, with these Forces boots, made in Cambodia. All right. And since we have them here, these 511s, made in Bangladesh. Well, there you go. All right, so hopefully you guys got something out of this. Like I said, if you're looking for a good ruck marching pair of boots, I would definitely recommend going towards, you know, Garmont. The only thing is they do not have as good of ankle support, but they have very soft, well, rubber soles on them, to where it really helps take that impact, and it provides good cushion. And they're very light. They're definitely lighter than these. But when it comes to, like, you know, going up and down hills, you know, off-road, you know, and in places I don't know, where there's not clear paths and it's not hard roads, I would rather take something like this, to be quite honest with you. And no, they're not 670-1 compliant, but that really hasn't stopped units in the past from getting other gear that they needed versus what was in regulation. So anyways, hope you guys got something out of this. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I'll take a look at them. It may be answered, you know, the day you post it. It may be answered a week after you post it, but I will take a look at them. If you got anything out of this video, I ask that you know, you do hit that subscribe button. I am trying to grow the channel, and I do read through the comments, and I'm trying to see, you know, what you guys are interested in, and then maybe we can do a review, give you some of my experiences, just so you can have a data point. No, I'm not sponsored by anybody. Man, I do wish Salomon would sponsor me though, and that would save me a bunch of money. Oh yeah, what were the costs of these? About 230, 250 bucks, somewhere around there. All right, so they're not inexpensive, but they're really good quality, and they will last quite a bit. All right, guys, well, you take it easy. Like I said, leave the comments down below. Later.